He blinked at me like I'd spoken a foreign language. My father, the man who raised me to believe loyalty was our family currency. What's the name of my company, Dad? I repeated. Silence stretched between us, thinner than glass ready to shatter. His eyes flicked toward the door where they stood. His wife, his stepson, the replacement family, their faces arranged into polite confusion, though I could feel the smugness vibrating beneath their skin. That was the moment I knew I wasn't family. I was the girl in dirty boots they made use the back door until the day they learned I owned half the city. I used to worship him back when I still believed a daughter could earn a place in a house built on other people's sacrifices. I was 16, scraping mud off my shoes after running courier routes for the construction sites he managed. He'd pat my shoulder, say I was building grit. I thought that meant something. His new wife arrived 2 years later, perfume thick as a warning smile, stretched as tight as her ringlets. Her son followed like a shadow. He was soft-handed, soft-spoken, soft everything. They treated me like the help, and I took it foolish and loyal. Back then I thought love meant endurance. Now I know endurance just tests how long you're willing to be underestimated. The betrayal came quietly. Most do. First missing documents, then closed office conversations when I walked in, then my name disappearing from meeting, invites from my company, Forge Point, my first acquisition, the one I'd built, while they all laughed at my little venture, and then the email a forwarded, chain buried under attachments. We'll move her out after the merger. She won't fight. She never does. Once the board revokes her voting rights, she's irrelevant. Irrelevant. That was the word that burned. I didn't cry, didn't scream, didn't storm anywhere dramatic. I just sat back in my chair and let the fire cool into something clean and precise. If they wanted a ghost, I'd give them one, just not the kind they expected. Planning required stillness, controlled breathing, calculations whispered into darkness. I visited no lawyers at my office. I met them in diners, in parking, garages, in old warehouses where no security cameras remembered me. Every handshake was deliberate, every document audited, every asset traced back to who actually held the reins. For 3 months, I moved like mist, unseen, unavoidable. My father had forgotten the simplest truth. He married into a family of takers, but I was raised by him. I learned from the best. The first step was quiet, freezing the accounts they didn't know I controlled. The second, acquiring the debt his stepson had foolishly accumulated, wrapped in shell. Companies so opaque even I admired the elegance. The third, informing the board, calmly, politely, that the irrelevant girl held controlling shares through silent partnerships they'd overlooked. By the time they realized what was happening, they were already drowning. I didn't need to push, but I did enjoy watching, which brings me back to this room, to my father, to the question he couldn't answer. What's the name of my company? My voice was steady, almost gentle. He opened his mouth, closed it, looked at his wife like she might whisper the answer. She didn't. She only stared at me, jaw clenching as the truth took shape. This is unnecessary, she snapped. We're family. No, I said, you're opportunists. I'm the exit door. I placed a folder on the table, the one containing their signatures. Yes, their signatures on agreements they signed, without reading, believing they were just formalities. They'd given me the authority to restructure the entire family business. I slid it toward him. You handed everything to the girl you told to use the back door. His stepson lunged for the papers. Too late. My lawyer stepped from the corner. As of this morning, the board approved the transfer. She's sole executive. Your access ends today. The boy swore. The wife gasped. My father just stared. You planned this, he whispered. Not accusing, just realizing. No, I said, you did the day you chose silence over. Me, watching comprehension break across. His face was the purest form of justice I'd ever tasted. I left him there, 3 statues carved from disbelief, while I walked into the hallway. Boots, clicking on marble they once forbade me to touch, outside the city light, stretched like a kingdom bowing in quiet. Recognition, mine, every inch they tried to take. I didn't feel triumphant. Not giddy, just free. People think revenge is loud, explosive, dramatic, but real. Revenge is a locked door behind you and a silence you don't need to break. Anymore, they thought I wanted to be part of their family. I never did. I wanted my name back. And now the whole city knows it.